All right, on page 77 today, we're going to look at problem solving, talking about consecutive integers. Consecutive integers are things like if then 1, the next integer would be 2, and then 3, 4, so we're going consecutively. Or if we start at 10, 10, 11, 12, we might talk about consecutive even integers. So if 10 was our first one, what would even one be? So we'd have 10, and then we'd have 12, and then our next even would be 14, 16. Likewise, if we had, say, 15 odds, what would our next odd be? 17 consecutive odds. So you're either going by twos if they're evens or odds, or if they're consecutive integers, like I said, you're going by ones. Okay, so that's part of what we're going to do today. They're going to give us these in words, and we have to set up, what they mean by that. All right, so if we look at example 1, it says an integer is represented by n. So I would probably start there. Write the next 3 integers. So this one has 3 parts. Write the next 3 integers in natural order after n. So what's the next integer after n? How much bigger would it be? Let's think about if we had the number 12. How much bigger was the next number? So we did what with 1? We added 1. Now the next one, what did we do? We added 1 to here, which was adding 1 to here, which is adding 2. Okay. So then our next one would be n plus 2. So then what would the third one be? What did we have to add? 3. So it's n plus 3. Okay, so we're getting, if they're consecutive, we're getting bigger by 1 each time. The next one says write the integer that immediately precedes. So precede is before. So what number is before n?
1.
So here it would be 11. How did we get 11 using 12?
Minus.
We minus 1. So if you're going this way, it's minus. This way, it's plus. So here we took away 1. And then the last one says write an equation that states the sum of 4 consecutive integers, starting with n, is 66. So we're starting with n. So our first number is n. They're consecutive. So what's our next one? N plus 1. We have n plus 2 and n plus 3. Okay, let's go back and see what it wants on these. It says, it states the sum. What does sum mean? Addition. So we're adding all 4 of these things. If you want, you can put them in parentheses to show that they're separate parts. So we're adding all of them. It said the sum is, what does is mean? Equals 66. So from here, we could go ahead and solve. They're not wanting me to do that yet. Okay, so let's do another. Example 2. It says solve over the given domain. So we're going to set it up, and then they give us the possible choices for the answers. It says the sum of 3 consecutive odd integers. So I'm not even going to worry about the rest yet. So 3 consecutive odd integers. Our first one, let's say, is n. Now, what would our next odd integer be? So let's come back. We're doing 1, 3, 5. What did we do here? Added 2. And what do we do here? Added 4. So plus 2 plus 4. So the sum of these. So again, we can add these. Is 100 more than the smallest integer? So we have is. I'm going to rewrite this so we got some more room. N plus 2 plus n plus 4 is 100 more than the smallest integer. What's the smallest integer here? N was more than what operation? So if I have 1 and you have 2 more than that, what's that? 3. How did we get 3 using 1
I
and 2?
should.
The more is addition, so 100 more. So we have the sum of 3 consecutive odds. One, or we have number, this one's 2 more, this one's 4 more, and we have 100 more than our smallest one. Our choices are 27, 37, and 47. So now we're going to put them in to figure out which one's which, or which one works. So we have 27 plus 29 plus 31. Although we need those parentheses, equals 27 plus 100, 127, that's 60, plus 27, 87. Is that one true?
No.
No, so 27 did not work. 37 plus 39 plus 41, 147, 80 plus 37, 87 will be not right. 47 plus 49 plus 51, 147. Here we get 100 plus 47, 147. So 47 is what it came out to be. So again, the biggest key to today's is setting them up. And then some of them, they're going to give you the solution and ask you to find which one worked. Okay. So on page 77, going to be 8 questions. So 1 to 15 odd. On page 77, 1 to 15 odd.